Have a little technical difficulties with our intro, y'all. Big Willie Styles. We got DC. Got my guy Israel. Wise Man should be joining us shortly from the road. Dynasty Sports Network Weekend Sports Review is underway. What's happening, fellas?
What up, though?
What up, though?
Hey, listen. We got to get into it, fellas. Man, this is a great weekend. Listen, we got to start it off. Of course, with the hotness of all hotness of what happened earlier today, and that's of course the Lions and the Vikings in a divisional thriller today. Lions pulling it out 31-29 against the Vikings in a back and forth, up and down affair. And we got to talk about it, man. We got to really get into this game, man, because this was a real key game. Because for one, it solidified us as, I would say, the number one team in the NFC, number one, team in the NFC North, of course. Playoff implications, a lot of things coming from this game that was, settled on that field. So we're going to get into some talks in regards to that. So I want to start off with you guys. DC, give us a quick take on, how was you feeling on this game today?
I felt pretty good about it. I felt like, like I said about when we beat the shit out of the Cowboys last week. And I wanted to make sure that the Lions, going into this game, knowing it's a big game, that you have to go out and take care of business, against a divisional opponent, not to get too celebrated about what you did last week and to focus on this game. You came in, you was down 10-0 and you came and stormed back. You take the lead, you never quit, and they held on. Minnesota was going to put up a fight because they was coming off a bye. So it was a thrilling victory as expected. A team like Minnesota, got to give them credit. It was 5-0, and we gave them their first loss, man. So it was very, very impressive victory today.
Well, what's your take? It's real.
It fit right along with the script that I saw for the season. I've been telling everybody since the beginning of the season, this is the revenge tour, but it's also the year of adversity. Stuff was cool last season. It was exciting. You see, now this season we got targets on our back. You got a certain part of the fan base of the NFL that's cheering us and calling us the best, and you got the traditionalists that don't want to believe that the Lions are back and it's a new improved. So we gonna hit those walls. You'll have that adversity. Hutch going down was a part of that storyline. Us being down early on the road against technically the top team in the NFC at the time, and we went down early, man, and we had to fall back. Not only did we go down early, we saw we saw Knuckles go down with a knee injury, and it's looking like, oh man, here we go. We already on the road. We're going against the number one team in the league, in the NFC, and we down 10 points, and boom, our star running back, our horse that got us here, just went down. What do we do now? And we'll talk later about what we did then, but yeah, that's the first thing to come to mind, man, is the year of adversity for sure.
Of course. Now, for me, watching this game, it really showed the championship drive that we have, and this is the type of game as a Super Bowl contender that you need, and adversity was all throughout this game, and we was able to overcome it, and that's a sign of a champion. Coming off from last season, we went through these types of things, so we're familiar with the situations that we're in, and that never give up spirit that we had going into this game really showed itself because we got down early. We was in a hostile environment. The Vikings defense, they really, brought the pressure for real. So we could easily, I know a lot of Lions fans, when we got down 10-0, panic set in, but this team has shown itself time and time again that they can handle the pressure, and that's what it showed today. So with that being said, I want to get you guys' opinions on who stood out today. I'm gonna start with you, Real Man. Who's your standout performers on today?
I'm so tempted to say Brian Branch, but at this point, we need to get used to this version of Brian Branch. He has arrived. He was hurt. He was a little hurt during camp. but he overcame it, and he's just balling. He's playing the best ball of his career, in his early career, man. It's only year 2, and early in year 2. But it's got to be Sonic, man. It's got to be Sonic, Jahmyr Gibbs, bro. We was in a group chat, bro, and I dropped in the group chat. It was after we was down 10, and Demo went down. I jumped in the group chat, and I said, well, let's put that first quarter behind us. And now we're about to get to see the Jahmyr Gibbs package, because we've seen samples of it. We've seen him split time, but it's like once you figured out that he was going to be our premier running back, the feature guy, I just knew like that whole package of plays that we haven't seen, all that was going to come out. And I said in the group chat, I said our offense will be open from here on out. And it's going to be crazy rest of the game. And sure enough, as soon as I text that, boom, broke off, what was it, 40-yarder, 40-yard run? Mm-hmm. It had to be Jahmyr Gibbs, because from that moment on, we end up scoring 3 more consecutive times, a quick 28 straight points, man. That has to be the standout to me, bro.
Okay, what about you, DC?
Man, Jared Goff. The man went 22 for 25, 280 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Yes, he got sacked 4 times, but look at his QBR rating was 87.5. Okay, Jared Goff, his rating is the rating is 140. That's outstanding. And I'm gonna say this too. Jared Goff, the last 4 games, 9 touchdowns, 1 interception, 83.5 completion percentage. That is the most in NFL history in that 4-game span. That Jared Goff has been taking care of the football. Not only that, too, his average in passing yards in the last 4 games is 272.5 yards per game, and 11.9 average per yard. That's the thing. Jared Goff has been playing his ass off. Zell, you was right. Jahmyr Gibbs flipped that switch once D-Mont went down. And Sonic just say, I'm going to take care of this. Knuckles, I'll take care of it. Get better. I'm going to take care of it. And that's what Sonic did. Brian Branch, I'm going to go on the limb. Maybe y'all could disagree with me on this. He almost reminds me of the late, great Sean Taylor. The way he's playing. You may disagree with me, but the way he has been playing, I think the difference in Sean Taylor was more of a heavy hitter than a little bit more than Brian Branch. But his IQ is unbelievable. But if I had to say who stood out to me was Jared Goff. MVP. He definitely should be in the MVP conversation, hands down.
For sure.
Indeed. So with that being said, I there's several standouts, in this game, and you guys touched on basically the 3 contributors that had the most in regards to this game. Like you said, with Gibbs coming in and running the way he did, he got the momentum going for us, in which things became shaky. It started looking shaky, but then he broke it out. Defensive end, you got your playmaker, Brian Branch. I say, to me, he gives me more the mode of Ed Reed than he would be of a Sean Taylor, in my opinion. I feel more of an Ed Reed vibe from Brian Branch, because he's just so versatile. The way he can play, in the back and come up and be able to lay the wood, to say. So it was more, but to me, more of an Ed Reed. But Sean Taylor is not a bad take as well. But listen. Jared Goff MVP right now. I'm saying it right now. I'm not saying he's gonna win it. Listen. I say he should be a front runner right now. Mm-hmm. And to my Lions fans, it's time to put it to rest any Jared Goff slander from this point going forward. I'm sorry. No, I don't know what it is that y'all are looking at. And I don't know what it is that y'all looking for, but at this point, at the QB level, y'all need to just sit back and enjoy this ride, because we have never, ever seen anything like this at the quarterback position for the Detroit Lions ever. Okay, emphasis on ever. All right, and today just culminated that because he didn't go against just any willy-nilly team. He went against one of the top-rated defenses in the league today with a great defensive coordinator over there in Brian Flores, and he was constantly under pressure. And what did he do? The man delivered under pressure. And let me pull this up for you guys. Let me show. Listen, look at that. Under pressure today, Jared Goff was under pressure on the season. 51.7% of his dropbacks against the Vikings, finishing 10 of 11 for 164 yards, 2 touchdowns under pressure. He's averaging 11.6 yards per attempt under pressure this season. No other QB is over 9. Now I want y'all to see this. This is his stats under pressure through week 7 right now. Look at those stats. Under pressure, guys. This is under pressure. Now, the knock on Jared Goff when he came in is that, once they get the pressure on him, he's gonna fold, right?
Get him off his spot.
Get him off his spot, get him under pressure, and he'll fold. Those stats are saying otherwise, fellas. Mm-hmm. Those stats is showing that he is handling this pressure. So, for my sake, and for all the people who's really a football person, I think you guys just need to chill and listen. I think Jared Goff has afforded himself a mistake or 2 or 3 at this point, if he does make a mistake, because right now it's rare and in between that he does. Like, you can't name him. You can go back to last season, I believe, where he had like 2 back-to-back games in a division which he looked at bad, but then he overcame that and finished the season out strong. Going over the past 2 to 3 seasons, I would say go back into the second season he was here when we went on that winning streak till now. He's been top 3 quarterback in the league. I will put him at top 3 right now. Right now, I say he's the front runner for MVP. Who would y'all say would be, if it's not Jared Goff front runner, who would it be? Mm-hmm. Who would it be, fellas?
The only person a lot of people is going to say, they're going to say Josh Allen in that conversation. Rightfully, Josh Allen has been playing well, but I'm taking Jared Goff in this situation. I mean, granted, Josh Allen has been taking care of the football just like Jared Goff has been taking care of the football for the most part. But if I had to I'm taking Jared Goff over Josh Allen. And the only difference I'll say, because with Josh Allen, he just got Amari Cooper over there with Keon Coleman. They got some young receivers. Their team is pretty young, and they lost Stephon Diggs. Josh Allen's been playing well. But I'm taking Jared Goff.
Nobody else comes to mind. It has to be Jared Goff. Like, everybody else having a pretty down year. If you look at just the quarterbacks of the teams with the better records, they getting by. A lot of these defenses saving them, like Patrick Mahomes. I love Patty Mahomes, but that defense is playing lights out right now. He's just getting by. If anything, he's leaning on the run game and his defense is so nobody stands out. I didn't even see Josh Allen coming, because we've saw better performances out of him in the past, early in season. So I don't see nobody in his way. I think everybody's in Jared Goff's rearview mirror, to be honest. Who else?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
But Josh Allen, I say this, Josh Allen is the only one that's kind of close to him, because the way he's been playing, he's the only one that's kind of close to Jared Goff. You're right about everybody else, especially with Mahomes and Baker Mayfield.
I wouldn't even say that even close, because the only thing Josh Allen really got over Goff is his ability to run. Because other than that, I don't see, there's no stat line I can put that out there that would, if we put up their stats, I don't think it's as close as it may look.
Well, you really only say because of what Josh Allen, what he has worked with, what he got before Amari Cooper got there. Remember, you lost Stephon Diggs, then you had to then you lost Gabe Davis, and then you turned around, you drafted Keon Coleman, and you got you don't even have a running game still. and he's still taking care of the football. So the only other person that his son could be close to Jared Goff is Josh Allen. I don't see nobody else.
Maybe so, but even then, I think he's a hell of a front runner. Now, last week, of course, we lost, honestly, the defensive MVP front runner, in my opinion.
True.
But I would say that you got Brian Branch. He might be that front runner too right now. If it wasn't Hutch, but right now, the way he's been playing over these last several weeks, I mean, All Pro is in his brother's hands. If not, him being a defensive MVP candidate. The way he's been balling, man, Brian Branch is a fresh of just energy for this defense that's unmatched, man. Dude, his play is unbelievable. I need you guys to just let me know what's y'all take on what we gotta give him. What nickname we gotta come up with Brian Branch? But he need to kill a nickname for real. We gotta give him a nickname. What y'all think, man?
Man, I don't know, man.
I don't know, man.
We gotta come up with something, man. We gotta come up with something for real, because the boy has been balling, man. Defensively,
I'm gonna say this, Brian Branch, man. He was like this since Alabama, man. His paying attention to details on defense, his ball IQ, man, it's just unbelievable, man. How he's always at the right place at the right time. He makes not just getting interceptions. He makes those open field tackles. When he's going out there, he's out there playing every down. He's out there he's hustling. He's playing hard each and every play. That's what he fits this culture because of his ability, his versatility. He goes out there and plays hard each and every time, man. His IQ to pay attention to detail, reading what's going on out in the field, making plays. This guy is good. Like I said, that's why and I get your analogy with the Ed Reed. You can't argue with that either. I thought he's just more like close like a Sean, the way he reminds me of Sean Taylor. If you want to put Troy Polamalu in that situation, you could, but he's been our best out. He's our defensive player of the game today.
Of course, yes, and I mean, honestly, for the past couple of weeks, because going back into the Dallas game, he had a tremendous time, which he ended up being the NFC Defensive Player of the Week coming out of Dallas. And he might, depending on this week, possibly could get it this week as well. Real, man, what's your take, man? What was your feeling when you see your guy out there?
Man, like you said, man, just that fresh energy, like that supreme talent, like it always feels good, bro, when like you hit on young talent, and not only just hit them, like you see instant playmaking, you see instant changes in the level that your team can go, man. Shout out our front office for going out and getting him. I mean, this I want to say. Shout out Aaron Glenn for seeing something in Brian Branch. He knew if I can get this guy to safety, I can get a lot done with this guy. And then shout out the front office for going out and getting Amik Robinson to be able to plug his old spot, because that nickel position is a very important position on our team and in the league in general, man. And the way these receivers feel like receivers getting given out for free at Focus Hope or something. The way all these teams got all this talent on the outside, you know what I'm saying? So you gotta have. We needed somebody to step into his spot to be able to feel that. Just from run fits to being versatile to being, you gotta have a good nickel in there. So shout out to Meek Robinson. He got beat today. He gave up a little leverage, but it's all good. That's probably the only play he gave up in the last few games, and he gave it up to arguably the best wide receiver in the league.
Hey,
so
listen, and the coverage was there.
The trade-off. The coverage was there. And you got to think the trade-off is being able to put Branch back there, and then everything that came with that, I'll trade that off for that one little touchdown that Amik gave up. Because like bro said, Amik been balling. He been doing what he had to do. But the fact that we able to get Branch and back there and make these plays, man. Again, shout out to Aaron Glenn for having the foresight of knowing, like, if I can get this guy in the back, man, he can be super duper special. And he is going to be super duper special. He's already damn near there, man. But as far as just on field, man, I just love what he brings to the team. The energy, the juice. Just like you said, it's just refreshing to know you got playmakers on the back end. You know what I'm saying? Like it's. I think that's more so with where y'all comparing Ed Reed and Sean Taylor, just the playmaking ability, not so much the playing style, 100%, not the body type. It's just more so like the timely playmaking, you know. And then not only that, just that reassurance that you know you got somebody back there holding shit down. Similar to what Kirby's giving us too. Like, it's not a coincidence that all 4 Kirby picks are in the end zone. Like, that's his thing. You know what I'm saying? But that's a blanket that Aaron Glenn is able to use, man. And whether people realize it or not, we got the best safety duo in the league and the best running back duo in the league, along with the best offensive line in the league. And I've been saying for a while, we got the best receiving core in the league now that Jamo stepped up, and now we getting what we get out of Tim Patrick, man. We at elite status, bro. Like, we 2s and 3s across the board in every category, man. We that now. So not only is Brian Branch him, but we them for sure.
Yeah, exactly. Speaking of them, we gonna pivot back over to the offensive side because your man Jahmyr Gibbs showed out today, man. Sonic. And it looked like Sonic out there too, the way he was running through everything. For real, man. Listen, I'm glad that, you know, he was able to showcase his talent today, for real. And he stepped up in a major way. You know, Montgomery went out hurt, you know. Thank God he was able to come back in, because that we don't need no more injuries going forth. But in the midst of that, he came in and showed why he's, you know, him on the offensive side. And it's not just the speed that he got. The fact that he's able to get the tough yards and break through tackles at the size that he is just shows how much versatility that he adds to his repertoire. You know, and today he hit the ground running when we needed to him. He got the passes from Goff and got the yards. The last drive, the hits that he did put us in a great position to where we're able to get down into that field and into that winning field goal position. So, DC, man, Jahmyr Gibbs, what more can you say, bro?
160 yards and 2 touchdowns. He stepped up when you needed him. Like you said, what Zell talked about earlier, when he was even that second quarter was the key. When Dave Montgomery went down, Gibbs stepped up. Had that big run and scored that touchdown. That really, to me, my opinion, was the turning point of the game, because it gave the confidence, the momentum of this Lions team, and once they end up taking the lead, they never looked back. You know, you say you knew it was going to be back and forth, but Gibbs stepped up when they need him. And you forget too, Dave Montgomery, when he did come back, he did have that fumble that cost him the middle of his support off that fumble, but. Gibbs, you didn't see Dave Montgomery out there after that. You saw Gibbs; he was out there. He made the plays. He ran the football. You know, he was out there, man. And this is so the versatility of our position, man. It's just been unbelievable. Gibbs stepped up big time. You know, like I say, it's always been that next man mentality. You know, he stepped up big time, man. So you can't argue with 15 carries, 116 yards with 2 touchdowns. You know,
not at all. Real, man. What's your feel?
Man, I felt like it gave me Tom Brady and Kobe Bryant vibes. Now stick with me, man. Bear with me.
I know where you're going with this.
When Demo went down, and you know me, man, I pound the table for David Montgomery touches. You know, I just feel like he's our first move. You know, it's just like in boxing, he's our jab. Like, you got to keep jabbing to open up the rest of your game. So, without your jab, you might as well just not fight. So, you know, I pound the table for Demo. But when Demo went down, and then my thought was, well, I guess we about to see Jameer exclusively. And then I thought about it. I was like, wait, we've never seen Jameer exclusively. And then I thought again. Then you know what I thought next? I thought what Ben Johnson said leading up to this game after the Dallas Cowboys game, when he said, when they said, aren't you worried about giving away too many plays? You guys are up. You didn't have to run those plays. He said, no, I'm not worried about that. He was like, the well runs deep. So I'm thinking about this. I kept saying Jameer package, no Diddy. I know. It's a little bit of Diddy.
Just a little bit of Diddy. A little bit of Diddy.
But I thought about the Jameer package. I'm like, we haven't even seen it yet. And then I saw another thing after that game where Ben Johnson was saying, you know, we don't worry about showcasing all our trick plays. If anything, we want to get them all out there because we got counters for every single one. We want to give you more homework going into the game thinking you got this figured out. Yeah. And boom, we hit you. You know, that's what it felt like, man. I felt like we was watching Kobe Bryant replace Eddie Jones. I felt like we was watching Tom Brady replace Drew Bledsoe. Because you thinking you losing something and it's devastating, not realizing something is even greater is waiting, you know, on the horizon, ready to go. And them the vibes I felt, man. So if that hold out to be true, man, we got ourselves a Hall of Famer in the making, and we need to sit back, enjoy the show, and live in the moment, and keep throwing middle fingers up to mofos who don't understand that it's a new day, man. One pride.
Indeed. And I think the world is starting to recognize that for sure. Well, I'm gonna switch it back over to the other side on the defense, man. Listen, defense was solid today. Of course, we was out of our main catalyst with Hutch being out with his injury. But all in all, solid effort. Solid effort out the defense, man. I would say this though. I think that if we're going to really make this Super Bowl dream come true, I do feel like additional edge rush is needed. Now, this was the game to show. I know everybody wanted to see exactly what we did, and the pressures coming off the edge wasn't. Sam Darnold had some time back there. Put it this way. So I want to get you guys' opinion. Like, should Brad Holmes be on the call Mondays? Looking around and seeing like who got the fire sale. Let me know, fellas, what y'all think.
Absolutely, DC should be on the phone call. I mean, yes, I granted that our defense is solid today. When they need to be. I mean, Sam Darnold. I don't understand how he was he was looking like one of the greatest quarterbacks out there today, man. He just get all that protection in the world. But when you see, that when you lose our best pass rusher, our leader on our defense, yes, we got the win. Our defense plays solid that we need to play. Shout out to Pascal, shout out to Campbell, shout out to other guys that stepped up, but we can't go on to this. You can't keep going the season going forward and not address that pass rush. Brad Hall should be on the phone making phone calls. Max Crosby, because the Raiders lost again today. Raiders, how much we give you a first and a third round pick. We give you picks for Max Crosby. Hassan Reddick is out the table because he just restructured, with the Jets. Let's make phone calls. Give me Crosby over here. Give me somebody over here. That's legit. That could fit this culture. I want Crosby over here. A lot of fans want Crosby over here. Brad Holmes, pick up that phone, make them phone calls. Let's get a pass rusher over. Let's get an edge rusher over here. Plain and simple. So we definitely need it. We cannot go forward not having the pass rush because teams are starting to catch on. We beat a legit good division rival team, Minnesota. But we cannot go forward not having a pass rush. Brad Holmes, I'm begging you. Please get on that phone. Raiders, we give you a first and a third round pick. What's up? What for Max Crosby? What's up?
Real, what you feeling, bro?
Yeah, man, the pass rush it just wasn't there. This I wanted this to be our opportunity to take a look at what we have because you always want to whenever you replace a guy, you look for somebody else to come off the bench and step it up. And at least if you get people to give you max effort, you can kind of see what you got and see, like if you can get by or if you need to go out and get somebody. I think it was obvious. We did produce 4 sacks, but as far as just time and like consistent, like we've grown accustomed to Aiden just living in the backfield. I don't want that feeling to go away, man. We need somebody that's gonna be living back there on every possession, not flashing here and there. Like we need that consistent pass rush. And I was adamant about going against somebody before Aiden went down, so it's even more imperative to me that we go out and get another pass rusher, if not 2, because our toolbox ain't as equipped as we thought it was. Because my boy James Houston wasn't doing nothing, and that's my guy. Like he couldn't produce.
He got a couple. I seen a couple of pressures out there on him. I think he needs more time in regards to being out there on the field to really get it going. Like he hasn't really played as much this year, but I've seen a couple of times he got to knock that rust off. But like you guys said, with him, he's more of a specialist. We need that consistent guy. And, it was by committee today. It was a lot of bend, don't break action going on. But just to seeing that what we have become accustomed to with Hutch constantly getting pressure and seeing that Darnold, was had time and, really wasn't under that pressure like out on the outside. Inside, we were still getting pressure from. So I was, I'm not always one to be quick triggered to say, oh, we need to hurry up and get this and get that. But I do recognize that, listen, let's not blow this opportunity. This is this team is playing great. We got a great time. We got things in place. Honestly, we're not in big dire need of draft picks because we're solid with the guys that we got here. Cap wise, we're favorable. We're not in the mind, so we'd be able to get someone as well as if we need to extend them. While also being able to pay the guys that we need to be paying this upcoming off season and beyond. So it's a great marriage right now to get a guy. I know the guy on everyone's list is Max Crosby, but that's going to be a difficult task either way because I know the Raiders, they're going to want to get the house for him and they're not going to want to be willing to part ways from him. But the Raiders, they're going to need to understand there's other teams out there with quality guys out there that are willing to take the deals that we're willing to get them. There's several teams that's in that, we need rebuild mode that we can get a quality guys from on that rush side.
Yeah, I forgot who I was watching, but somebody was saying, Crosby need to go into the office and have a real conversation and say, hey, do right by me. Y'all did right by Adam. By sending him where he wanted to go. Y'all know y'all want to rebuild. Don't have me stick around. I'm in the prime of my career. Don't have me stick around for no rebuild and ruin, the best times of my year. Like, do right by me like I do right by y'all, and let's make a deal. We ain't got to break the bank. Let's get you something. Let's get you a good package, but let's start the conversation at least, man. Do right by me like y'all did right by bro, man. We gonna need his help for sure.
Agreed. And it could be Crosby that could make that push too. That helps us get over because right now he's sticking with the script. Like, listen, I want to be a Raider. I want to be here. But if he start making some noise, like, listen, we're not where we need to be right now, and you guys are gonna need a lot more capital going into trying to get this team where it needs to be. Like you said, Real, go ahead and let me go. And if him putting that pressure on, that's definitely going to go into our favor. But we'll see because they did take that loss. I was paying attention to the game today. They did take the loss to the Rams today. They are down to 1-5. Season's not looking too bleak for them right now. It's matching up for us in a good way. So I'm gonna keep my hope alive. I know it's a long stretch, but he's not going to be the only one that's out there. It's going to be other guys that's going to be available too. DC, I know you begging, for, but listen, when you go to bed at night, make sure you say your prayers, man, and make sure the Most High answer your prayers for real. But right now we're gonna have the scores coming up, man. We got see what went on across the NFL. So DC, man, go ahead. Let's take a gander at what we got going on.
All right, so Thursday, Thursday happened. The Broncos in the same Broncos easy victory, 33-10. New Orleans at the starting the season 2-0. The Patriots, the Jaguars, the battle of two bum teams. Jacksonville pulled off the victory at the Patriots up 10-0 out there in London. Jacksonville went on the run; they just never looked back. Seahawks with a huge victory, upset victory against the Falcons, 34-14. The Bills pulled off the easy victory against the Titans, 34-10. The battle, come on, yeah, still acting up for a second. Come on, scroll on now. Computer acting up for a second. The Bengals, the Battle of Ohio, pulled out the victory against the Cleveland Browns. Deshaun Watson with a torn Achilles.
Now, DC, the Browns, they got a couple of guys over there on that defensive side we could be looking at too now.
Myles Garrett.
Also, Zadarius Smith as well.
Zadarius Smith for sure.
Him too. Green Bay Packers pulled out the victory against the Houston Texans. A very close game, man. It was back and forth. Green Bay 5-2, along with the Houston Texans. The Dolphins and the Colts. The Colts pulled off the victory, 16-10. Of course, Detroit Lions had victory 31-29. The Philadelphia Eagles, I knew it was the easy win. Saquon Barkley had a field day against his former team today, 28-3. I ain't saying shit. Thank you. Fly, Eagles, fly. The Rams pulled out the victory. Commanders pulled out the victory against the Carolina Panthers. Jaden Daniels did get hurt and he did not return, but it didn't matter. He was playing Carolina. Kansas City Chiefs pulled out the victory, 28-18. Teams is on the bye, and right now the Jets and the Steelers are playing. Last time I checked, it was up 3-0.
I think it's 7-3 now.
It's 7-3. So, and then tomorrow's games, you got the Ravens and the Buccaneers and the Chargers and the Cardinals. Those are your scores on NFL Week 7.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, what's next for the Lions? Next week we got Tennessee Titans coming in. That's gonna be that should be a fun game. For now, I don't want it to be a letdown, of course, of coming off of this high and that the expectations are, but I don't see that's happening. I think this organization and this team is well going to be well prepared, but it's definitely going to give us an opportunity to be able to get our stuff situated. I got a little bit breaking news. We got a special guest in the building. Somebody who just pop in and pop out every time he wants to come in. We got one of the original We Three Kings members coming in just to pop and visit in on this.
And he gonna pull out the Paul Bunyan out. Oh man, come on man.
Get it correct. Get it correct. It ain't just Paul Bunyan. It's Paul Bunyan with the buffs. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get it right.
There we go.
He'll be back at East Lansing next week. You know that, right? So get ready.
Listen. We gonna get into that in a minute on the other side of this. But I want to get your Lions take while you coming in for us, brother. Before we switch over to the other side, you pop in. So give me what you come in to tell the people about today's game. Go ahead, Big A.
Hey. First of all, I want to congratulate my brother Juan and them. And them opening up that store downtown. Bro, if I was in the city, I've been down there picking up a broom, whatever y'all needed me to do. You know what I'm saying? Right. I just want to congratulate y'all, man, because I remember when I was that thing was first in talks. Now we're on the second store. You know what I'm saying? That's all about that growth and development, and I ain't talking about no GD stuff. You know what I'm saying? But I just want to congratulate y'all on that, man. Like, I shed a tear watching all those videos, man. You know what I'm saying? I remember when that thing was just on paper and just a talk, man. And y'all on the second store downtown, man. I just want to congratulate y'all on that.
Thank you, bro. Thank you, man.
Yes, sir.
You already know, man. But I'm gonna start this. I'm sick of this Jared Goff slander, dog. Like,
Oh man,
listen, bro. Listen. I don't know what more Jared Goff needs to do for this city to do. Like, I know everybody got this Matthew Stafford hangover or whatever the case is, but like I told Willie a long time ago, I said Jared Goff win one playoff game. He did more than what Matthew Stafford did for these Lions, and he did that. And I just don't understand. This man last 3 games, he has had a quarterback rating at 140 or higher. 2 games, 2 out of those 3 games was
150.
perfect quarterback rating.
Yeah.
Today, the man missed 3 throws. One was a tip. One was he got pressure. It was low, but Montgomery could have caught it. And the other one was another pressure throw. It was a little bit off.
But it was off on purpose. It was off on purpose because the DB was gonna pick it off if it was as designed. He threw it low and out of bounds on purpose. But go ahead.
Right, but I'm just saying, bro. Like, this man has to get his respect, bro. And the fact that people wait all the way into the 4th quarter until he so-called missed a throw to want to critique this guy, like, at some point, bro, we gotta stop, man.
Yeah.
Like, we have to stop, dog. Jared Goff is cooking, bro. And I'm gonna say, and I told Willie this earlier, if he was on one of these big market teams, you know, one of these teams that they constantly talk about, you know, they gonna talk about Mahomes today. But Mahomes threw 2 picks today.
No TDs.
He threw 2 picks. Aaron Rodgers right now, you know, he's struggling against the Steelers. You know what I'm saying? So I know we got to get to this point of where it's like, give this man his respect, bro.
Indeed.
You know, that offense was cooking, bro. It was cooking. You know, I love the win, but as like forward thinker, we still got some things to clean up. And one of those major things is, and I kind of saw it when I clicked in, and y'all was talking about an edge rusher.
Mm-hmm.
We needed it. We needed another one before Hutch got hurt. And we most definitely got to go get somebody, bro.
Mm-hmm.
For Sam Darnold to have all that time he had and, you know, to be able to sit back like he was. And another thing, lay off of Aaron Glenn, bro. This
There
man
you go.
had,
There you go.
this man, listen, Aaron Glenn has been having to deal with finding players in the 3rd, 4th, 5th rounds. His only high draft pick that we got on defense was, I mean, he got Terrion out around this time, but I'm saying was Aiden Hutchinson. A lot of our high draft picks went to the offensive side, bro. And that man was, I mean, he was deep in that bag, dude. I mean, it got to the point where Minnesota knew we were going to blitz because that was kind of the only way we were going to get pressure. You know what I'm saying? But to still get that win and to pull this off, look, man, we got to tip our hats, bro. I mean, everybody stepped up when they needed to step up. David Montgomery went down. Gibbs carried the load. Gibbs has showed me this year, hey, I'm a run between the tackles. I'm not just this sweet running back. I'm stiff arming people. I'm running over people. I'm standing over people. Like, we're at a point to where it's like, and it's kind of weird to me. And I hate to go back to Jared Goff. Like, the hate that this man is getting is just weird to me, as if the man ain't cooking.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can see if he wasn't cooking, bro. Like, I can see, and I'm going to take this, bro. Give Jared Goff the same love y'all was giving Killian Hayes that y'all was hoping for. Like, y'all, the city of Detroit hope that they put so much hope in Killian Hayes, hoping he was going to be the potential, this. Dude, Jared Goff is going out there doing what he did. Y'all didn't want to pay the man. Y'all said he wasn't worth it. The man that got his money, he let people get paid before him. You know what I'm saying? And the man is cooking, bro. That man was pressured all day long. The man on 51.2% of his throws, he was pressured, and that man was perfect, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Would you say he's MVP like, or is he MVP favorite to you right now, Big A?
Dude, he has to be in the top. The only thing that's stopping him is that he's playing for the Lions, bro.
Oh,
if he was over there,
I was like, no, he's not. He's definitely in the conversation. I'm saying he's an MVP front runner right now. I'm not.
That's what I'm saying. He needs to be at the top. After what Mahomes did today, like Mahomes, he benefited off that win. And Purdy throwing like 3 picks today.
Yeah,
like he threw 2 himself. Dude, in this 3-game stretch, Goff ain't threw no picks. You can't say, oh, same old Goff. You can't say he ain't just dinking and dunking. I mean, the dude is hitting everybody, dude. The Vikings went into this game plan today and said, we're not getting beat over top. Okay. We'll take everything under and still score.
Still beat you over the top, too.
Yeah. Exactly. So listen, Big A. I said it. I was saying it earlier. And you're saying it now, and I think our fan base. Listen, I talked to Big A earlier today, and I said, listen, the guy has awarded himself some mistakes because it's far in between when he does, you know. And it's the naysayers, it's the ones that still hold on to that. This is the same Goff from LA to say, oh, look, there he goes. He when he does make a mistake, in which today there was really no mistakes that he made today. A couple of passes that got dropped, deflected, and thrown out of the way. That's not considered mistakes because it's still taking care of the ball. So, like you said, Big A, appreciate you coming in and shout out to you for joining us. But like you said, listen, get Goff his respect, man.
Absolutely.
So,
man. Yeah, he come right back up.
He had to come on back in. But either way, listen, we're gonna we'll take a quick break, man, because on the other side, we gotta get into a little college because it's official now. It's in-state rivalry week. We're gonna get into a little bit of that when we come back from on the other side after this break, fellas.
Wow, black-owned shoe stuff. Culture. My culture, though. Let's see what they talking about in here. What's up, little dog? You good? Y'all got something here for me? I'm talking about exclusive. They got all the dunks? How many dunks they got? Something like these. Y'all got a little vibe in here. They buying shoes, selling shoes. It feels like the culture. They dunking on people. Oh, they doing TikTok. They looking out for the kids. Oh, man, this is great, man. They got all different races working here. It just really feels like culture. You're looking for a black-owned shoe store to get some real drip at? Come up here to Culture Detroit, man. That's what the streets been missing. Welcome home.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That is our official sponsor, Culture Detroit, located. Well, you know what? Real, you gotta tell what the new location is now, my brother.
Oh man! This is the first time for this one, man.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Coach,
shut the door.
Located on the Avenue of Fashion at 19327 Livernois, man. But as of yesterday, we got a new address. 1228 Griswold, man, in Capitol Park in downtown Detroit, man. If you haven't been to Capitol Park in downtown Detroit, you got to get down there. It was already nice. It was already beautiful. It was already popping. The vibes is crazy. But now, Culture Detroit is in Capitol Park too, man. So the official store, Culture Downtown, is just like the other store, but a little more high-end, a little more vibes, a little more artistic, a little more professional, a little more, we got on our downtown clothes down there.
Yes,
so
sir.
It's a little bit different, you know what I'm saying? So if you ever on the Avenue of Fashion, man, if you're in the inner city, pop in off our Living Earth location. If you're downtown and surrounding areas, man, pop in downtown, man. Y'all tell me which one y'all like better. You know what I'm saying? New commercial coming soon for the sponsorship, so look out for that, man. Go ahead, bro. I appreciate you, man. I'm forever grateful.
We definitely need a new commercial now, because now we got 2 locations that is serving the Metro Detroit community, man. And like you said, Big A said it. Of course, you know, I had to come down and participate and show love. Shout out to the chef, man, because the wings was good down there, man. I stole me several pieces, bro. I felt bad about it, but they was on point. But I just love seeing, you know, the location, the work that was put into it, and the fact that you guys who, you know, you and Cash and Card, you know, those are brothers for real. To see this happening and coming to fruition, man, it makes me smile from my heart for you guys.
Most definitely.
And it's just bigger things to come, man. I'm so excited for you guys, man. And it's nothing but love on this channel, and it's always gonna be love on this channel, man. So shout out to Culture Detroit. Grand opening this past weekend, and it's just that's number 2. We start working on location number 3 and number 4 and number 5. And until it's nationwide, baby, I'm calling it. I'm turning it into fruition right now.
There you go. Hey, Zell, we gotta take out the little. What's up, little dog in the commercial? You know.
We ain't having none of that in the next commercial, man. None of that.
It's a store downtown, bro. This ain't no little dog store. You know?
Hey, we big dog now. Listen, we to move on up.
You know,
deluxe apartment in the sky.
Yeah, me.
Yes, sir. Listen, fellas, it's official. We got Michigan versus Michigan State week, rivalry week. Both teams coming in at 4-3. One team's 4-3 is different than the other team's 4-3. But we gonna we're going to get it going, because, like I said, this is what, you know, us in-state folks look forward to in regards to, you know, no matter what the records is. You know, I know this year coming in is a little bit different. It's not as high as the stakes as we would like it to be, but it's still in-state rivalry week, man. So, of course, Michigan coming off a loss against Illinois. You know, we gotta listen. There's no elephant in the room situation. Listen, we're in a bad position right now as a Michigan fan. I know we're still on the highs of a national championship, but watching what our guys has been going through the past year with the quarterback situation, or the lack thereof, has been very frustrating. And I want to admit that, you know, it's not good looking. It's not a good look. I don't like what I'm seeing. Anybody out there who is a Michigan fan, we're not happy with what we're seeing, but we're content because we know what the situation called for because of what transpired over the past season. Coaches is gone, a bunch of great players is gone, new regime. So we just have to deal with it, but it's still in all not a good sign. Big A, you want to get your 2 cents in on that?
You know, I'm glad you started off with, you know, our 4-3 is a lot different than, you know, that other school 4-3. They proud to be.
Hey,
no
disrespect.
You know,
watch your mouth
4-3 is a horrible season for us. You know what I'm saying? But one thing this year has taught me is, you know, you have to recruit 2 and 3 years down the line. You know what I'm saying? You have to be able to, and the thing with this NIL and all of that, if you don't want to play the NIL game, you're going to get left in the dust. I mean, you see the coach of Virginia, he just up and left. He said, I can't do it in this time or where the game is at. You know what I'm saying? These kids got agents now. You know, you gotta, you no longer can, you know, transfer portal, all of that. So, you know, I still, when it comes to the, you know, our whole situation at quarterback, bro, which, you know, me and Willie, because, you know, I'm always on that recruiting stuff. Willie, you know, I used to be like, hey, bro, we got to get another quarterback from when JJ leave. And, you know, Michigan put all their eggs in the basket with Dante Moore. That fell through. You know, we kind of learned our lesson not to do it with Bryce Underwood. So, I mean, it is what it is. We lost a lot of players, bro. But I still don't think we to the point where we're gonna lose to Spartan. So,
Okay.
So with that being said, we gonna let our residential Sparty get on his side of things, because of course Sparty they're coming off highs for them as far as the victory goes by beating Iowa on Saturday evening. So I'm gonna go ahead and let our residential Sparty go ahead and give his take, and I might let him if he needs to go longer than 2 minutes.
First of all, before we start to the Spartan talk, okay. I called Big A yesterday. When I was at work, I called him.
I can still hear the music.
I called him yesterday, and I was being serious, and I was like, the first thing I asked, I said, "What's going on with the play call?"
Hey Willie, I can't hear.
Can you hear?
So turn your volume up a little bit, DC. He might not can hear you.
Y'all don't hear the music in the background?
It's supposed to be in the background, but you don't hear DC talking?
No, he like super low.
Okay, go ahead and turn yourself up a little bit, DC, see if that helps.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear him, Big A?
The music is more louder than him. That's all it is. I can't.
You might have to cut the background music down a little bit.
Let's turn it down a little bit, see if that helps. Go ahead, try it now there.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, that's better.
Okay. So, now, Big A, I called you yesterday, and the first thing I asked you, what's up with the play calling, right?
Yeah.
So, do you really think that the play calling that Michigan is doing, you really think they're going to beat Michigan State? Honestly,
yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
I disagree. It's not the play calling, DC. It's the players. It's not just the players. It's the QB. It's the QB playing. I can even get to the point of play calling if we can't even get our quarterback to throw a proper pass, not behind, not down, and not to the other team. Play calling right now, to me, it's not even going to be effective if the quarterback play, and we have not. And this is why I said there's no excuse about it. The QB play has been horrid on all levels. All 3 times we got through the guy, we have not been able to produce anything. So I can't even and Big A can contest to this, because we talk about it, offline all the time. I'm like, I can't even get on the play calling just yet. And people are like, let's open up the books. I'm like, why are we gonna open up the books when we can't even do the simple things? We came out last week against Illinois and tried to throw a bomb on the first play when we were barely having a quarterback that could throw 10 yards.
That's play calling, though, Willie. That's play calling.
That's play calling.
That's play calling, bro.
The problem is another thing too. Like with that game yesterday, Illinois.
Willie, can you cut that music off, bro? It's messing it up.
It's low. I got it low, so I don't know. I don't know how low you can get.
Oh, okay.
All right, can you hear?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So the play call is, and the problem is Illinois. They really squeaked by those wins.
Say that again.
Squeaked by it because Illinois didn't really dominate at all. They didn't. They just took advantage of when Michigan turned the ball over, and even still, they only won by two scores. They only scored in that one time in the second half, and that was it. And Michigan had opportunities to get, and when they got in the red zone, they had opportunity to score, but they turned the ball over with the interception.
And turn your mic up a little bit more. People saying they still can't hear you.
Let me turn that. Let me turn that.
Yeah, I'm telling you, that music is overpowering him.
Yeah, can you hear now?
There you go.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah. It's just You know, Illinois didn't really, dominate. Like you said, they just Big A just talked. We talked about it yesterday. Illinois they didn't really do nothing special. They didn't. And
No, they
Michigan
did do some
still,
things special, like
they
fake
didn't do a
punts.
whole lot special, but they still won
They,
that
they
game.
pulled out
But
all the cards. You ain't
and that's the thing. Like, you're absolutely right. So, because like I said, the defense, as much as mistakes that we made, the defense kept us around long enough. We left out there literally 17 to 20 points offensively wise yesterday. It's only so much, our defense can do. Yeah, of course, our defense made some mistakes. Secondary was, accounted for some holding penalties and some PAs, but when you're in the position that you're in, where you're constantly on the field, there's going to be room for mistakes. You get tired, you get a little out of your position, and that's what happens when your offense don't take care of business. And that's what happened yesterday with Michigan. So we can admit to that, and it's until this offense can get some solidarity, it's going to put our defense in a strain, which it can come next week. But y'all got a great weapon for us in your quarterback in Childs, because he's definitely going to give us a play or two for sure. He's guaranteed. He's guaranteed, my brother.
Let me tell you this. Michigan State, yes, they pulled out the victory yesterday, but it's still some things they still need to clean up. Okay, I mean, 6 field goals. Yes, I understand we could have scored more touchdowns. Okay, but Aiden Childs, he played better when he been played the last few games. Yes, he had that one interception. That was early.
Should have had 3 of them though.
But his problem is he's still not reading defenses good enough. He's a hell of a runner where he can make plays when he have to make plays, but it's still those things has to clean up. And Nick Marsh, that guy, he's all American freshman. You heard that, Big A.
No, he's not.
Look at the numbers. Man.
You're going. Do you know all American
look at the
freshmen look
numbers.
like
All
Jeremiah
American
Smith,
freshmen.
Ryan Williams, Trey Harris. Nick Marsh had a good game against a
Nick Marsh
secondary that was
balling
hurt, bro.
all year. What are you talking about?
Where was he at against Ohio State and Oregon?
He did not play in the Oregon one. He did not play. He only missed 2 games.
Where was he at against Ohio State?
Bro.
Where everybody else was losing on the sideline.
Right.
You don't pick where you want to show up at, bro. That's
Yeah.
all American.
Pick it when he's showing up. It happens.
Where was he at against Ohio State?
He was praising his daddy. That's what he was doing, because Ohio State is Michigan State's daddy.
Come on, man. You can't say he's all
so
American when he's showing up when he want to show up. Like show up when the competition is there.
Okay, I guarantee he's gonna show up against y'all. I guarantee you that.
Hey, did Jeremiah Smith take any games off? Is Ryan Williams taking any games off? Is Trey Harris taking any games off?
They wasn't hurt. Nick Marsh was hurt.
Where was he at against Ohio State?
Bro, he had one bad game.
Ryan Williams took over the Georgia game. A freshman. That's when we talk freshman.
Nick Marsh is up there. Stop it.
What did Jeremiah Smith do to y'all? Freshman. Come on, bro. When you saying all American freshman, bro, what you talking about?
Going all American freshman.
You don't pick and choose. Don't pick and choose when you're doing something.
Listen, he's all conference freshman. I give him that.
Yeah.
But as far as like on that page,
all American.
He's
got American. Watch, I tell you.
Watch list. Yeah, that's like 4th or 5th string. But anyway, it's still rivalry week. So of course, we gonna make some predictions. I don't know. Are we planning on making any bets this time? I mean, we might as well make fun of it, seeing that neither one of us is going anywhere important this postseason. But we can make fun of it if y'all want to, man. So DC, what you got, bruh?
Close game. Michigan State wins. It's gonna be a close game.
Unfortunately, I'm gonna say yes, because this offense is still not potent enough to us to be able to separate. So yeah, it's gonna be a close game, but of course we're in the big house, so I still have Michigan getting that victory, but it's gonna be closer than what I wanted it to be, but still Michigan victory. What about you, Big A?
Like I said, I'm going with Michigan, bro. For one, I think the moment gonna be too big for Charles. Like I
Oh,
say,
there
even
you
in,
go.
like I said, when you go, you can say, "Here we go." You go to the Iowa game, bro. But like, especially that second one, he threw it right to the guy, and the guy from Iowa dropped it, bro.
Drop it. Yeah.
And y'all ain't playing no defensive line as dominant as ours. So, uh, good
Okay.
luck.
Okay. What did we do to Iowa yesterday? What did we do to Iowa yesterday?
Y'all
What
kicked
about
like
Iowa?
18 field goals.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
What did we do to Iowa? Iowa was supposed to be this running team. What did we do to them yesterday?
What?
What did we do to Iowa yesterday?
I'm trying to figure
I
out
mean,
what it
they
is
running
that y'all
back
did.
still. Yeah, the running back still almost had 200 yards.
He only had
So
one
what are you
big
talking
run.
about,
He
Daryl?
had one big run in the late in the third or in the fourth quarter. Before that, he wasn't getting nothing. Or did you watch the game? He didn't had nothing till he had that one big run, that 75-yarder. And
Hey,
that
listen,
video,
sometimes that's all it takes.
other than that,
I will
he didn't
give you
really do
this.
nothing.
I will give you this, which we all knew. K McNamara is just a freaking statue back there, bro. Like,
I mean, come on, man. I don't know how he regressed so much, but like you say, anyway. So, is there going to be any wagers on the line for this game, fellas?
I say this, and I'm gonna go on the limb. If Michigan wins, I don't care if y'all go live that night or the next day. I will wear a Michigan. I'll wear a Michigan shirt and a Michigan hat. That's if they win. Now, if Michigan State wins, but y'all go on live. I don't care if it's this show or the XP. I want y'all to put some respect on Michigan State's name.
I ain't mean to laugh. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Y'all gonna put some respect on Sparky's name.
And look, Daryl, I will take their back. I said Kelly Johnson almost had 200 yards, but yeah. I will say this though, y'all play with the defense y'all played on him. I mean, on Iowa was the perfect thing because you're not gonna get nothing out of K McNamara. He's not gonna run. He's not gonna do it. You're not gonna be able to do Tuttle like that, bro. Tuttle is at least gonna break. He's gonna run. He's gonna run. Like, so I mean, y'all had a good game plan for them, but
okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So,
okay. Let's see what Mullins does when against our run defense. Let's see.
He gonna do what he been doing all season. Ain't nobody. Listen, y'all run defense ain't as stout as
I was just about to say that.
Like Mullins can't just. Mullins is a bulldozer himself. So, and let's see what Carter does against that monster of front four that we got over there.
Carter ain't did
nothing. I'm not Carter. No.
But either way, look, I do you one solid. If MSU happens to get this victory, I will don the green and white, not only on this show but on the 313 XP. I have to go buy some because there's no green in this house, my brother. But I can go. I can go cop some. I was
about to say the only green I got is in the bank account.
There we go. That's the only greens that I care about. But either way, we're gonna make a fun of it. It is, of course, we're gonna be in a group chat, still going crazy all week, man. But still gonna be a fun game, fun atmosphere. It's gonna be fun talking smack to one another in regards to this game. Even though, like I said, the stakes is not as high as we want them to be.
I know.
It is what it is. But anyway, we can move on from.
Can we go over some college football scores right quick?
Hey man, go ahead, pull it up, man, because
Texas went down.
Texas, Oregon pulled up the East 3 against Purdue. BYU close 3 against Oklahoma State.
Georgia.
Texas went down, but Texas that they dropped to number 5 in the country now. So did up, and Oregon is number 1 in the country now. Louisville, that was a back and forth game.
Alabama dropped another one, man. Listen, I was going for Alabama this game. Me and Big A, we discussed like who was going for, and I said, I didn't trust Tennessee, but lo and behold, they was able to pull it out.
They pulled it out, man. Shout out to Tennessee.
Let me ask you this: is Milroe regressing?
I think Milroe got a lot of help last year.
Well,
He don't have as much
but
as
if
help
you
like he
look
do.
at this year and you look at that Tennessee game, and they did what Michigan did, we're not gonna let you run around. We're gonna keep you in that pocket in this bubble.
And that's what you need to do is like make him a passer. And when he becomes a passer, that's where some of the erratic things that people were afraid of by having him start comes into play. You know, he can beat you with his feet, but he has an issue with setting his feet every time when he got to throw, and they put him in a position to where he made a couple of mistakes yesterday. So Tennessee definitely took advantage of it. And like you said, they took a page out of Michigan playbook when they played them in the Rose Bowl.
Absolutely. LSU pulled out the victory against Arkansas. Iowa State with a close victory against Central Florida. Clemson,
I thought they was gonna lose, dude. Hey, and that's crazy. Iowa State ain't getting that respect to be undefeated, bro. They're not even in the top 5.
Right.
Well, they creeping up. You know,
Yeah.
they're creeping up definitely.
Yep. Clemson got an easy victory against Virginia. Notre Dame take care of Georgia Tech. Texas A&M take care of Mississippi State. Indiana.
Hey, no, we gotta stop here. Quarterback
Shit,
out indefinitely.
Indiana.
Y'all hear about that?
Who's quarterback?
Indiana's.
Is he?
Broken thumb.
Oh, dang. I did not know that, but that changes things now for sure.
Indiana, I think Indiana should have been ranked higher than what it should have been.
No, they ain't played.
No,
nobody.
because they hadn't played
ain't
nobody.
played
They
Man,
haven't played
Bro,
nobody.
they benefit. Look at that. Click on their schedule, Daryl. Click on. They ain't played nobody.
They
ain't played nobody, bro.
Yeah, I mean, they do look pretty. They look pretty good, though, man.
They take care of who they're supposed to take care of, but as far as they been ranked higher,
look at their schedule, bro. Who they play?
Yeah, so
who they play, Daryl?
Yeah, so but they take care of who they're supposed to take care of. So you give them that, but that's why they're ranked where they're ranked because of that. So
and I think that broken thumb. I think that thumb is on his throwing hand too.
If he's out because of the broken thumb, that's got to be on his throwing hand because you still can throw it if your offhand is broken. But that's unfortunate for them.
Definitely.
But they still bowl eligible, so that's good for them, man.
They undefeated, so they 7-0. You gotta give them credit, let's see. Kansas State put off the victory against Virginia. Missouri.
They squeaked out against Auburn.
They squeaked that win. They should have lost that game. SMU
took care of business.
Stanford. Yeah,
of course, we know the Michigan Illinois situation. Army looking good as usual, and Navy.
Navy, shout out to
Army and Navy.
Yeah, both of them.
Both of them, man. I mean, I think nobody wants to play Navy or Army. The way they playing this year, man, you got Navy.
Man, don't nobody ever want to play them anyway, because that's gonna be a hard game, dude.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta be disciplined when you play them.
Man, you're gonna be hurting after that game. Ask Zach Charbonnet.
Yeah, well, that's because they handed him the ball 50 times.
I know.
Nightmares on that one. But like I said, we're looking forward. That's the college scores. Looking forward to next week, of course, with the Michigan State game as well. And it's going to be a night game, of course. Looks like it's going to be airing on the Big Ten Network as well. So
I seen they AD crying about all the night games they had.
Hey, but it's a spotlight game for them too.
No, they have had a lot of night games though.
Yeah, they have.
That's a lot of night games, man. I mean, any other team in the country, man. I mean, come on now, and
but
I mean, he could have a few night games, but that's a whole lot of night games, man.
Yeah, that is a lot though.
They come on now. They still Michigan State got another night game coming up later on in the schedule. So that's
they're making y'all pay for what y'all former coach did to the Cold Crush.
There you go. There you go. Hey,
Yeah,
Big A, I'm
see,
gonna ask you this. Who do you want to see, you Big Willie's with? Who do y'all want to see in the SEC championship game?
I told Willie. To me though, because man, he was talking about the Texas and Georgia game. I told him I think Georgia's still the team to beat. They just had a bad half against Georgia, bro. But the way they shut Texas down, bro, I think Georgia's still gonna be the team to beat, dog.
yeah, they will be. I say I wouldn't mind seeing a rematch of Texas and Georgia.
Well, I mean, at this point, though, unless Texas lose another game, that's what it's gonna be.
I don't see. That's what I mean. I don't really see it. I ain't gonna say, but I don't see them losing no other games. But I think it's gonna be a rematch between them two.
Can
So we'll
Tennessee be part of that mix?
I just don't trust Tennessee. I don't.
Nah.
They can be. Yeah, they could be in the mix. I just don't trust them.
Do Tennessee and Georgia play?
I think
I'm gonna have to check.
I
I'm
think
gonna
they
have
do.
to check this
Because
schedule.
I think Tennessee is on the other side.
I
Well,
don't
you
think
know,
there's no size anymore.
There's
there's
no
no
size
size.
anymore. There's
Yeah.
no size anymore.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I'm gonna check the schedule and see, but we're gonna look forward to it anyway. But with that being said, listen,
Hey! One more thing before you go.
go ahead.
College hoops is a hey man. I was talking to Daryl. I mean, before you got on, and I was telling him this whole they brought up today with the coach of Virginia retiring.
Retiring.
The ACC doesn't have any coaches in their conference that won a national championship now. All of them is retired, bro. He was the last one, and he said he retired because he can't do nothing with this landscape of the game today. He said, as a coach, you got to talk to agents now. You know, how can you? Basically, he was saying you can't even threaten these kids. You can't force them to go to class. He was basically saying a lot of that, dude. And
Yeah,
it's all about money.
I can see that. I can see that. So yeah, that's coming up. But we also got our we got NBA starting this season. Pistons season opener. It begins Wednesday.
Yep.
And your boy, your fellas is gonna be in the building down there at LCA, man. So quickly, man, I want you guys to, if you can't give me a little feel on what y'all thinking the Pistons is gonna be looking like this upcoming season, man. It's a new.
Hey, let me go. Listen,
Go ahead, Big A.
I talked to King about this earlier, and I told him there's gonna be some good content on the Pistons. I'm not saying the Pistons about to make the playoffs, right? But Pistons gonna be in an upward trend because I'm gonna say this: there was some coaching going on during preseason, more than I've seen with Monty, and more than I've seen with, and I like Casey, but it was more than what I seen with Casey too. The way the Pistons, coming out playing. Usually when the Pistons get destroyed, whether it's preseason or not, that next game they gonna get destroyed too. If you look at it, and they coming back fighting, bro. I like the energy of Jaden Ivey. I hope it translates to the season. And I just think I'm gonna say it now. No injuries. K gonna be an all-star this year, bro.
Yep.
And I'm gonna say this too. Durant gonna be right there. He gonna be right there, bro. He gonna be right there.
Indeed. DC, what you feeling?
Man, I see this Pistons team definitely could be a play-in this year. They just gotta stay healthy, and these guys can it seems like those guys that are buying into Bickerstaff, what he's been coaching guys is you see a group of unit love to play together already, man. This is going to be a fun season for this Pistons team. We can't go no worse than 14 under 14 wins. We can't go get no worse than that, man. I mean, you see this Pistons team is going to make a run for the play-in. Possibly could make the playoffs because, like I said, the Eastern Conference you got those top heavy teams, but then after that, Pistons can make, like I said, definitely make a run for the play-in. If I stay healthy, I see a breakout season for Jaden Ivey. I definitely see him be an all-star, you know what I'm saying? If he stay healthy, I definitely see Jalen Duren, the same thing. I see Tobias Harris by bringing those Tobias Harris and Beasley and Tim Hardaway Jr., those veterans over there, to help this young core to be successful, man. So JB Bickerstaff with the coaching staff over there, man. I'm looking for the Pistons team to definitely be contending for the least in the play-in. Possibly could be in one of the last 2 playoff spots.
So you guys made some valid points when it comes to the Pistons, but for me, I've been burnt the last 3 or 4 years by making my predictions, and I was always high on them. So this time, fellas, I'm gonna have to bow out gracefully and not give a prediction just yet. I'm at the wait and see mode because, like, listen, I've been down there too many years, man. I've been the season ticket holder the last 4 years, and I have been getting burned by it. And I just don't want to jinx it because I got a good feeling. I just don't want to reveal it yet. Let me get a couple of weeks in, and then I should be able to make my assessment. But I do look forward to being back down there. Listen, if you haven't been down to Little Caesars Arena and watched the Pistons play, even within a losing effort, the atmosphere itself is a great atmosphere to be in. And I'm hoping that they can match that energy by winning some more games this year and, make it worth my while, as well as the others that's been coming down there consistently.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Willie, one of the big things for me, too, I noticed this offseason.
What's that?
That you hadn't seen? They all hanging together, bro.
Mm-hmm.
They hanging together. You hadn't really seen that over these last couple years or so.
Actually, no. Actually, they have. They have not as much as this past year, but before, because they've been going to like what's the league that they usually have. They could go there together, and then the year before,
but I'm talking about outside of that though. Like outside of that, they having little events. They all popping up at each other things. Like I don't know. I just see a little bit more camaraderie with the team. It seemed like.
I get where you're coming from, Big A.
It's possible.
Yeah,
it's possible. Hopefully that translate on to the court. That's what you're saying. I feel you.
Yes.
Yeah.
But man, when you hang out with your teammates and all that, bro, it's a big difference than you just showing up to work with your teammates.
True. Most definitely.
Huge difference, man. I mean,
absolutely.
Honestly, you look at the Lions, bro. That's a huge part in their turnaround, dude.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely,
huge part in their turnaround.
And we're hoping for that because we want our teams across the board. Listen, if they don't take what the Lions did and then what the Tigers did and use that momentum as as what to because we gonna show up and show out for our teams for sure. Mm-hmm. Pistons need to see that. Listen, you see the city comes out. We come out when our team.
Listen. Hey, DC don't get as much credit as he should about that Tigers thing. He was calling that Tigers thing pretty early. A lot of people hopped on it when the Tigers went on that streak, dude. Like, even though Tigers was still kind of losing, DC was on that about the Tigers still possibly making the playoffs. Because a lot of people thought the Tigers was turning it in when they traded old boy the Dodgers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I'm thankful for that run, and I'm hoping that, like you say, it carries over to LCA with the Pistons and the Red Wings too, because they started their season as well, and I'm hoping that they can carry on what we've been having going on in the city for the past year. With that being said, fellas, of course we had another great show today, man. It's time to wind it down. So I want to go ahead and get you guys' final thoughts before we get out of here. Big A, man, since you ain't been here in a month of Sundays, go ahead and give us some final thoughts, brother.
Hey, I want to say this about the MLB. I called it was going to be the Dodgers and the Yankees, bro. I just think, bro, you got them rosters, bro, and the money that they're spending. Like, I mean, even if we would have made it past Cleveland, it would have been tough going against the Yankees, even though I still would have wanted that shot, though. Mm-hmm. But the Lions, man, I just want to go back to, bro, get this man Jared Goff his just due, man.
Yep.
Like, I don't know what more this man has to do, bro. Like, and I hate this perceived notion that because he's having these perfect quarterback ratings that it's dinking and dunking. It's not. It's not. Like, watch the games. He not dinking and dunking. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I hope Brad Holmes was on the phone in that around second, third quarter, halftime. We got to get somebody in here. Me and Willie talk about this all the time, and I kind of briefly talked about it with DC. Windows. The 49ers missed their window.
They're done.
You know what I'm saying? We're in our window. It's time for us to start adding to this team. Renting people for a year for a playoff run. Hey, that's how a lot of the best ones do. When the Rams won,
That's
they
true.
called Eric Guado off the couch. You know what I'm saying? So I want to see that for the Lions, man.
Hey, BK. Speaking of saying that, there's a guy out there we can pull off the couch too. That people that say he likes what he sees over here. And JJ Watt. I forgot to mention that when you said off the couch, JJ Watt. That's the name.
He already
Yeah.
said it on his I forgot what podcast he on. I watched it, but
He was on the Pat McAfee show.
Yeah, he said he's
Yeah.
not, he's joined as a retirement.
Hey,
And
but listen, if he could come in, listen, if he could come in, listen, I ain't say he got to come right now, but if we get the playoffs, and you go bring him in, put him on that playoff roster, why not? Why not?
Listen, the Rams did it for Eric Guado.
They sure did. And the Rams did it with what's his name? The tackle who came out, was it Winsworth? I think his name was.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So hey, listen, it's possible, but go ahead, Big A.
And like I say, Michigan gonna get the dub against Lil Bro. Paul Bunyan gonna be rocking the bus. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he going back to East Lansing where it belongs. Yeah, I know.
My boy Dave Portnoy, he working in the back channels. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have a different off season this off season coming up. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm with that notion too, man. Like Lions playoff run, Tigers playoff runs. Like need the Pistons and the Red Wings to go ahead and get on this
train,
board
this hype
too,
train.
man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Big A, appreciate you. All right, DC, man, what's your final thoughts, brother?
Final thoughts, man. Lions went up with an impressive victory, man. It was very impressive against our division rivals. Let's go ahead to the next game against Tennessee. That's you take care of business against an inferior team. That showed that like what Big A pointed out, Jared Goff people need to start putting more respect to this guy's name. He's definitely, we all say, should be in the MVP conversation, should be talked about all social media, sports, all the first take. I don't give a damn. Jared Goff is talked about as the best quarterback in the league right now. He should be talked about. I don't want to hear nothing about his dink and dunks and all that. He ain't doing all that dink and dunking. Stop it. Okay. Give Jared Goff his flowers. Okay. So Lions take care of business. And I want to say this: the Tigers, man, hell of a run in the playoffs. Y'all know you lost to Cleveland, but hell of a run. You're going to get better. And I can say thanks, Big A, for that shout out, man, because I've been on this Tigers team all year, man. I've been telling people you got to get AJ Henson, get him some players, give him some young talent.
Yes,
shout out to Scott Harris, man, for what he's been doing, making those trades, getting these prospects. Shout out to Scott Harris, man. Scott Harris shows what he did with the San Francisco Giants, and what he translates over to this Tigers team. Tigers is going to be better, and we're going to win the division next year. I'm calling it already. So
there we go.
The Pistons, it's going to be a fun season. Definitely looking forward to it. Pistons going to make a run for the play-in. I think they're going to definitely possibly in the playoffs, but guys got to get healthy. They're going to have some bumps and bruises and have some stuff that these young players to learn from. But I think these players is ready, happy to play together. This our fans is going to be very exciting. Same with the Wings. I know the Wings just have a little rocky start already, but Steve Yzerman, he knows what he's doing. You just got to give him some time. You got to give him some time to take care of business of that. And as far as with Michigan State, hate week, rivalry week. Let's be a good close game. Come on, Michigan State. Bring Paul Bunyan back home where he belongs, baby. So I want y'all guys, especially Big A. I don't want to hear no excuses, Big A. When Michigan State wins, just give them their respect.
DC, listen, y'all always say that, bro. Hey, y'all come at me and Willie, bro. When you go through the group chat, bro, before y'all even get the opportunity to say something about Michigan, me and him is arguing about Michigan. Like, so
Right.
y'all gotta stop that, bro.
Y'all not saying nothing that we ain't already going back and forth about. But anyway, we gonna look forward to it this past Saturday.
Yeah, one
Listen,
more thing too. And one more thing too. Right now, the WNBA Finals is a very close game. The Liberty is up by 1 point against the Minnesota Lynx, with like 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter. So it's
if they pull it off, that's their championship, right?
yeah. If Liberty, they'll be their first. But if
First,
Minnesota
yeah.
pull it, if Minnesota
Wow.
pull it, I think that'd be fifth. It'll be their fifth championship.
Woo, there we go. Let's stay on the way. But hey, listen, we're in for a good time. I feel with the Lions, and I'm hoping that when the Pistons starting out, as well as college basketball, Michigan State, gonna look forward to them having a good season, which it makes it better for us because it gives us great content to come back with you guys. I'm looking forward to keep it going into the fall, going to winter time with some great content and growing this channel and keeping things going along like we've been doing for the past, I would say 4 years now that we've been pulling this thing on, and we're looking to expand and grow this channel as well. So we appreciate everyone for coming in and rocking with us and sticking with us and sticking it out, and appreciate the love that y'all send us too when we be out there at the games and training camps and everything. So once again, I appreciate that. Also, once again, I do want to give another shout out to Culture. They opened up their new location downtown. Culture Detroit downtown. Grand opening was this past Saturday. If you guys are downtown and you guys are sightseeing, make sure you stop in. Say Dynasty Sports Network sent you. They're going to make sure they look out for you, man. Of course, new things is on the rise, and new commercials and everything is going to be on the rise too. So look out for that. I know Real had to hop off, but he's going to make sure we stay up to date with what's going on the Culture side. With that being said, fellas, listen, we had another great show. We got a lot of things that we could talk about. We had a great Sunday with the Lions victory. So we're going to look forward to, what's going to be said throughout all of the social media, as well as, ESPNs and FS1s, how they're going to give Lions these praises as well as deserve. And final thing, Jared Goff, MVP. I'm going to go ahead and put into fruition right now, Jared Goff, MVP. With that being said, fellas, listen, hey, make sure you guys like, subscribe, share. Go ahead, let your peoples know. Listen, we got a real good sports show going on over here.
So let me say this right quick. So let's give a shout out to all the people that came through in the chat today, man. We got to get
for sure.
Our guy Kaz will be able to make it, man. Wish he was here with us, man. But we got to.
Yeah, it's mighty funny he didn't show up when I came on, though.
Well, he got stuck in flight trouble, man.
I don't want to hear that.
Let's shout out to
I'll be
Alex
up there
Heron.
in December. We're gonna meet in somebody's dark alley.
Oh man, that's gonna be. And listen, we're gonna record that and sell that on the dark pages, man.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Alex Heron, man. Always showing love. 0-16. Our
yes,
guy,
sir.
My Sparty guy, Hitman 313 Hitman Shane came through. Here's Johnny. You got Scrub Softball comes in, show love, man. For those who's watching as well, man, thank you for showing love on this channel of Dynasty Sports Network, man. Continue to hit that like and subscribe and share it to your friends and family, loved ones, and all that, man. We're gonna continue to drop consistent content out here, man. So
yes, sir.
Make sure I hit that like and subscribe, man.
Yes, sir. And on that note, listen, take care of yourselves, take care of your family. Dynasty Sports Network. We out, fellas.
Go green, go white.